It's real. They'll spill, you know. Seems like it's about to thunderstorm outside, if I'm not mistaken. I think I just seen some lightning. Maybe that was just a car light. Nah, that's lightning for surely. I hope it don't get too crazy. The other day it was crazy.
I lost some family to these streets that I can't gain back. And since reality is death, I gotta face that. But I won't embrace it, open cases for you flame back. I know these times ain't gonna change, but tomorrow ain't promised. Ay. And my city looking worse every day, and there's death always promised. When you can't walk around the corner without a gun, niggas definitely a problem. Can't even kick it with my homeboys no more without death for my country.
You know what I mean? Listen to the words that people say in their lyrics, and tell me if that's some real if that's real to you. You know what I mean? Listen to what they saying. Don't just bob your head to the beat. Peep the game and listen to what I'm saying. Hold us accountable.
Good evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Tony Soul, back with another episode of TSoulTV. So yeah, man, let's talk about this music thing. Let's dive into music a little bit, man. I'm seeing a lot of crazy stuff go on with these young rappers nowadays. A lot of young rappers I've been like catching wind of, just because it just be popping up on my feed and stuff like that. Sometimes YouTube or Instagram, things like that try to pop up and whatnot. But I be tapping into some of these guys sometimes, just to, not because I don't even, I hardly listen to music nowadays, honestly, but I try to tap into some of these guys, see what they got going on. Sometimes there's be some crazy things surrounding these characters. But look at how music has changed, man. We got a whole genre of music out there called drill music. And it's really a thing. I remember when that began. At least in my city, and as it spread, like what I'll say, like 2012, around like 2012, 2013. Around the Chief Keef era, if you're around that age. Oh man. But this guy is so much worse since then. Like, I don't even think they want to be successful anymore. I think it's such war music that they really just want to taunt and hurt their enemies so bad, and in the process, somebody's paying them to get on. Cause some of them really be smarter than what they be letting off. And you could tell by some of the things that they say, whether it be in an interview. Most of the time it's in an interview or something like that, when you really hear some of these dudes speak about certain things. And it's like, what's the point of it, man? Destruction. See how what I said about in the last last 2 episodes or so ago, I told y'all they getting paid for it. Like, we really will get paid to talk about violence and killing and murders and homicides. Some company really willing to pay you because what do you think they are? They're your enemies. Those are your real enemies. You're worried about the wrong thing, my guy. You worried about the wrong thing, my guy. You want to go kill your own brothers and sisters that's the closest in proximity because they stepped on your shoe the wrong way or said something about you like this. These motherfuckers out here own the music industries and they own the prisons. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different level of warfare that you're dealing with. A lot of people will be like, well, what I'm supposed to do about that? Exactly. You so focused on killing your own people. You know, those who even understand, those who have a mind to understand, that's like from the streets. These young dudes. I know the cycle. I understand it. I know it ain't just like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But comes a time and point where you gotta be smarter. Like, I think a lot of these brothers just don't have it in them to be like, to go a different direction because they being sold a lie. A lot of them, nobody really telling them or leading them in the right direction and saying, brother, it's okay to let that shit go, bro. You feel me? That ain't doing nothing for you, brother. It's okay to be happy. Like, it's okay to get away from that type of stuff and change it. Like, you don't have to be like that. Like, I know if you didn't, nobody wants to start their life like that. Like, if you could start it all over, you won't want to do that, bro. You won't want to go through the trauma you went through, bro. Trust me. You want to have a life, bro. A life worth living. Something worth doing out here. You feel me? Places to be. Somebody to be in this world. In this crazy world. Because a lot of these people ain't being nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They just wasting time. Wasting time, energy, and space. Ain't good for nothing, ain't good for nobody. Just a destruction unto everybody that comes in contact with them. You know what I mean? It's a problem. There's so much different things that you could do with your life and things that you would do with your life if only you'll let yourself see the other side of that. But you gotta give in. And a lot of people don't like how that feels when you come from a certain background and you're around certain people that you respect. People that you think respect you. Or they do respect you, or they don't respect you though. They respect the things that you do. The ones that really respect you, they expect you to do something better, bro. They expect you to do something better, bro. When I decided to walk away from the streets, niggas expected me to go a different direction. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to and I needed to. You know what I mean? I made a conscious decision in my life one day that I was going to do something different. I always wanted to do bigger and better things in life with my life and stuff. So I always had a hope, a fire in me just to do something better. I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed to be able to see one side of the coin and see the other side of the coin. And that's why it's so important to me to speak to guys like that, girls like that, that come from that. But I want to speak to everybody too, but this is something that's important to me. The trauma that we deal with, we deal with so much trauma we don't even understand. Like, it's not natural to deal with that type of trauma and just like never ever went to, just per se like a therapist or something, or to really never be diagnosed with some, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't gotta be diagnosed with nothing, but I'm just being real with you. Like, it's like sometimes you definitely need to talk to somebody who's a professional about things. I still haven't talked to people about, some of the things that I've seen growing up or I've been through, or things that I've done, things that were normalized in my life that, ultimately made me be the way that I once was, which was a little street dude, a product of my environment, a product of who I chose to associate with. But that's how you see life sometimes, when you come from certain places as a young boy, when you don't have a lot of options, you tend to gravitate towards those who have respect and those who do certain, it's just a natural instinct to be like that, but some people are smarter. Some people have good role models in their life to show them that that's not the way. But some of us didn't. Some of us don't have those role models. That's what I mean, broken. And I guess that's why I'm up here doing this myself, therapeutically, with urgency, actually help people, want to actually bring joy, want to actually create something that's, enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? But that's what got me up here, talking about real topics, talking about real things. I think that's why I'm so big on the music thing, because music plays such a big role in the destruction of ourselves, because of what you consume is what you are. Like, you ever heard the old saying, you are what you eat? It's exactly what it is. You eat a bunch of negative music, you eat a bunch of negative stuff, regardless of what it is. That's what's going to be your outcome. That's what your psyche start to like identify as that, because that's what you are. You eating that every day. Every day, that's what you putting in your diet. This is what your reality is. Like your reality doesn't have to be this way. This is a choice, but it's a tough choice for surely that you're gonna have to pull from. It's like, it's the matrix. It's what you're in. We all are in it. We're in the matrix. I'm in the matrix right now. I may have figured out some things, figured out that I'm in the matrix, but I'm still in it. There's still things that I'm trying to figure out. Still things that I'm trying to, in due timing, bro. In due timing, if it be y'all's will, if it be the Most High y'all's will. Hallelujah. You feel me? But we just gotta keep moving. Just gotta keep moving. You know what I mean? Stay healthy, man. Young men, stay strong. You feel me? Work out, man. Eat healthy, man. I'm on the same journey, man. Like, trust me, I'm not up here fronting like I'm the sharpest when it come to it. I fall short sometimes, for surely. Especially sometimes it be a money thing. Sometimes it be things like that. Definitely, that's a lot of, yeah. Sometimes that's what it be. Sometimes it be laziness, being lazy. You don't want to go put in the work. You don't want to put in the effort. Or you got too many things going on, so you put in your psychological, like I said, you creating a world for yourself where you got all this stuff, but you're not making, you do other things that you want to do though, but you ain't doing this. But it's like, I be too busy. I gotta make time and X, Y, and Z, and I just don't feel like. Nah, you just don't want to do it. You being lazy, man. You gotta realize, you gotta be honest with yourself, man. And you gotta know what you want, and you gotta know it ain't gonna come showing up at your front door, knocking on the door. Hey, I'm here for you. It's not gonna happen like that. You gotta get up and you have to get after it, and you gotta go get it. Period. Let's get back to it. You know what I mean? I've been getting back to it. Been on my push-up journey, heavy. Feel me? I ain't been in the gym lately. My car's still in the shop right now. When I get my car back, whether or not I'm in the gym, I'm definitely gonna start getting into it, like going to the trails again. I love running, even though it's a bitch to run sometimes, but it's good, man. It feels good. Mentally, it's good too. I actually enjoy it, man. I guess a lot of people say they hate running, but I kind of oh snap, I kind of enjoy running, man. Especially outside, the scenery. If we had I like running. You know what I mean? I ain't racing people, bro. I'm out there getting it in. You know what I'm saying? We got to use our minds more, bro. We got to be sharper, bro. We got to be wiser. There's a lot of things, I feel like, a lot of things we got to offer that we just don't step into. Like this right here, for instance. Most people who know me for being, like, if they ever seen me doing anything, it was doing music. It was rapping. Or not just rapping, but music, yeah, a lot of people know me for that. Like, people don't know me for this right here. This is something different, something totally different, having to talk to a camera, having to have things. And this is all from the mind right now. This is all off the top. I didn't write any of these stuff down right now. Sometimes I do write things down, topics, things to try to, you know what I mean? But this is straight off the top right here. Just switching up into this part of the game is different. I realized that I had a it seemed like I had a calling for it, honestly, and I was kind of nervous about it when I first started doing it. I didn't even really want to do it, but I seen the good in it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I gotta show up. I gotta do what I gotta do. So I kind of just followed through. Like I told you, at first it was just car videos, and then one of my guys who listen to my videos sometimes, he told me, he just hit me, he's like, bro, why don't you do a podcast? We was chilling one day and he said that to me. He was like, man, why don't you do a podcast, man? You probably could. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I just took it. I ain't even really take him serious at first, honestly, because at the moment, that's really wasn't my game plan. Like I thought about it. I've had thoughts about it. I haven't messed around with it a little bit early in the past. But actually moving into something like a real podcast type stuff, you just don't know how you're going to do it. But look at what we're doing. That's why I got praise. I got to praise God. I got to praise y'all. Hallelujah. Thank you. Because it's things like this, you have an idea that you are, he shows you that you have some type of, calling for something, and you got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. And yes, I'm thankful, joyful. We live in such a high tech world nowadays too, like it's such a high tech world. Like you could find anything nowadays, that you could bring to the crib, anything. Amazon got everything. Amazon got everything. That's another thing. Like you could just get things ordered to your house nowadays. You could just figure things out in ways that you really didn't know how to do prior. So yeah, man, use the internet for good. But this new day and age, man, I was just saying, it's you ever realize how we live today in such a microwave society? Like I was just talking about, you could just get anything at the snap of a fingertip. It's instant gratification nowadays. It's hard to, like, the world really moves really fast. The Bible talks about that too, and I see exactly what it's talking about. Especially like having a son. Seeing him, like, because like TVs, he likes to watch his shows, his Lil Bear and, Diego and like, Elmo, things of that nature. He's 2 years old. But it's like, he could watch it whenever though. Like, he get up, he want to start watching his shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, hold on, bruh. Like just play with your toys. Let's do regular stuff. Like, you feel me? He know how to turn the TV on. He know what button to the remote does what. And he's 2 years old and he already got the internet figured out. Like the buttons and the TV and stuff. And it's like, you're 2 years old. Like, but yes, this is a reality, man. This is a reality that I'm dealing with. And trying to remember what it was like for me when I was a child, even though I came up in a world where the internet was becoming a thing. I think we were the last generation before it was like in everybody's generation after ours life. Like it was just a normal thing as it gradually grew and grew, especially for those born in the 2000s, 2010s, you young boys out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you YNs, like I ain't gonna call y'all that, y'all young brothers, YBs. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah, like the internet's just different, bro. It's like people don't really communicate or do the things that we once used to do. You ever notice the movie theater is not a thing anymore? Like people used to love going to the movie theater. What happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? That used to be a real thing. I enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite things to do back in the day, was go to the movie theaters. I genuinely miss that for surely, but it's not a thing anymore because everything, like you could just watch any movie nowadays. If you got a broken website, you got Wi-Fi at the crib, you can watch any movie. You never gotta go nowhere. It's like at that touch of, but has that not done bad? Like, yes, I see the benefit in certain things, but I also see the bad in it, right? Like I was just mentioning to you, like with my child and whatnot. But there's a lot of, you feel me? It's like how much damage does that do to a nation over time, a people, a community? Like over time, It's like we forget how to communicate with each other. We forget that it's okay to go outside without your phone. It's okay to not be on your phone at all. You know what I mean? Half of the reason why people are diagnosed with so much paranoia and all of the things they diagnose with is because they spend a lot of time on their phone watching videos that have them going crazy and all type of stuff. And it's like we create this world for ourselves that doesn't have to be our world. But, we choose this item. We've made our phones, these things a part of our lives, bro. We've accepted what they've given us. And we've made best friends out of it. Now it sits on our hip. We need the most upgraded version. I don't care what this phone is made of. I don't care nothing. I don't even know. All I know is it's something that I need and I want, and everybody else got them, and I'll be damned if I don't have it. Man, I just now got an upgraded phone, like a really nice one, because I was doing what I'm doing now. I'm actually filming this on the phone. Just for those, anybody at home that feels like they don't have the material to do what they want to do, whether it would be this or something else, bro, it doesn't take much. It just takes effort. You know what I mean? It takes a little effort, little willpower, a little creativity, a little just doing it, man. Honestly, that's what it takes. A lot of times we psych ourselves out from doing things that we would do, whether it be because of other people or, the doubts in our own head. We can't do that. You know what I mean? We got to do better. Speaking of like this microwave society, like I said, it just makes things a lot difficult nowadays, even like with family. Like the family dynamic today is not the way it once was. Like when I was a child, like all of my cousins and like my brother, all of us, like we spent a lot of time when we were younger, with the family, hanging with each other, being outside together and stuff like that. Our elders made sure that they got together and spun money, amongst each other, like saved up money so we can go to an amusement park, or we can go on a family road trip. We could go do this or we could go do that, whatever it was. The family made sure to keep all of us in a loop and we all was together. But I have some like home videos and stuff like that, seeing what my family dynamic was when they were younger, and it was even much more closer. So it seems like as time has been going by, we've been not as close. So coming up to, like I said, my son's generation and stuff like that, it's just like, I feel like we dropped the ball a lot. You know what I mean? We dropped the ball a lot, it's like but it's like it's the way the world, like I said, this microwave society is like people's communication skills are bad. And people let too many things split them between being able to like mingle, you know what I mean? And we can't do that, man. I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The family dynamic just ain't been the same since grandpop died, since grandma died, or whoever passed in your family. You know what I mean? It just ain't been the same, right? You feel me? It just ain't been the same, bro. Like, it's just real deal spill, Seems like it's about to thunderstorm outside, if I'm not mistaken. I think I just seen some lightning. Maybe that was just a car light, but no, that's lightning for surely. It's definitely lightning. But I hope it don't get too crazy. The other day it was crazy. Pittsburgh got the most craziest weather of all time, bro. Like, tell me a place where you from, if you on this joint, where it's most crazy in your city, bro. Because what cities is the most crazy? I feel like Pittsburgh is the most craziest city when it comes to weather. It'll be 80 degrees one day. Tomorrow it'll be 20 and freezing, and the wind chill will be crazy, right? For like 3 days, and then for the whole week, 2 weeks, and then it go back up. It just switch up, and then when the heat come out, a huge crazy storm occur. It's just crazy. It's just crazy city to be in, man. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But how do we stay grounded, man, in such a society today? I feel like the goal to that, and the Bible speaks of this, man, the goal to that in real time, and it's clear. Like, let's just be real. It's clear that the in real time, the best thing is fasting. And when I say fasting, I mean off of things. Fasting off of the internet. Fasting off of whatever it is that's keeping you, that's important. We all need to do some fasting off of things. It'll do us some good, if the power cuts. I just Father, y'all forgive me because I don't need that. I was just trying to give hope to the people and I ain't trying to curse myself. Hallelujah. Yes. I'm not the greatest guy. I won't ever act like but I do believe, I do believe for sure.